the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back trackside. Once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network tonight. The Colonial Clash Racing Series fires things off once again here under the lights for the Renovations 100 from Richmond Raceway. A little bit of a rainstorm coming through a little bit over a little while ago, cutting happy hour a little bit short. However, Christopher Medford was able to top the speed charts in happy hour, joined by his Falcon Motorsports teammate of Troy Radford very quick in that rain-shortened happy hour. Qualifying just now getting underway. Track a little bit cool after that brief summer rain shower. 83 degrees out there is the track temperature. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV Land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave the Cave bringing you all the calls from trackside. And I tell you what, as time begins to tick away, on this 8-minute qualifying session. Why don't we go ahead, get a little closer to the action. A handful of drivers already putting in a time lap. Go ahead and throw that timing scoring over to the left-hand side of your screen. Let you follow along just like we do. Who's going to snatch the pole award here tonight? Cody Giles right there leading with a quick time in qualifying. 22:22 is the fast time for Giles, and that number 7 machine, Bryce Bower, right there behind him. Just a little bit off pace, just over a 10th pike in that fast Ford. F-150 going to round out the top 3 positions. Mark Parkhurst, Thad Failer, Christopher Medford, Dustin Franklin still yet to put on a time lap, and just like that, top of the speed charts goes that 46 of Chris Medford. Fast time now belongs to Falcon Motorsports driver Medford inside of that 46 Chevy Silverado. Music fades and the field fades into the background. 22:10 is now the fast time here in qualifying. Handful of drivers yet to put in their time lap. Anthony Thurber, I believe, is just across the hall down in race control, so the 21 will not be on track here tonight. Thad Failer yet to put in his time lap. Brandon Medford, Tyler Woodard. How about Thad Failer, John Garrett in that 66 machine, the Fort Worth screen printing Chevy Silverado? How fast can he go here in this qualifying session? Newcomer Doug Wasaki in the 34. He's yet to put in his time lap. Troy Radford jumps on board and gets that 94 Lucky Finn Project Silverado fired up and ready to go. Juan Jimenez, how about Juan walking away with the win last week? If you missed it, I was getting ready to, well, I wasn't getting ready to head. I was already heading up north to go on location at the Pocono Raceway. So filling in last week for me, good buddy Muth at the booth filling in, bringing you all the great action from Kansas. And we watched Jimenez in that 22 machine start all the way, basically shotgun Sally. I believe there was only one position behind him. He was able to gain 17 spots throughout the night, really ran that bottom line where nobody else was able to walk away with the race win. So congratulations to Juan with that first win last week. We'll see if the 22 can follow it up here tonight with another solid win. Jimenez running well in the point standings. We'll get to that here in just a moment. We've got about 3.5 minutes left in this 8-minute qualifying session. Chris Medford tops the speed charts. Troy Radford right behind him. Cody Giles, Dustin Franklin, and Brandon Medford round out your top 5. Spencer Teal, Bryce Bower right there. How about Brandon Pike? He's going to slide inside the top 10. John G right there in 9th. Nathan Eastep going to round out that top 10. There you go. John Garrett. He's going to fire up that Fort Worth screen printing number 66 machine and take it for a qualifying spin. I tell you what, why don't we head trackside? Why don't we go overhead with one of our turn 3 drone cams, get a little look-see here at Garrett as he works his way across the line to begin his first time lap. Only Parkhurst, Failer, Woodard, and Wasaki yet to put in their time laps here tonight. So 14 drivers already on the speed charts. Truck looking nice and very controlled. Looks very smooth out there. Looks like handling not an issue at all for that 66. And oh, he's going to be a one and done. That's going to be it. So we're going to go ahead and jump away from Garrett, allow him to bring his machine back down to pit road. And John Garrett going to call it a one and done. He'll slot in that 10th position. So as the track falls silent for a moment, what do you say we have a little bit of a peek heading into race number 4 here tonight in season number 3. You're watching the Oot Renovations 100 from Richmond Raceway. Your points standings look a little something like this after 3 in the bag. Brandon Medford, Chris Medford leading the points championship. Both Falcon Motorsports teammates have been solid and both have a win in their back pocket. Juan Jimenez right there just 9 points out of the overall points lead with the race win in his back pocket from last week at Kansas. Mark Parkhurst and Nathan Estep with a fine run so far, only 12 points out is Estep sitting back in fifth. So very tight points battle. You can see it all the way back there, even outside of your top 15. I mean, look at James Oud, Zachary Cleek, Scott Baker, Todd Cleek right there, all knotted up with each other. A good race or race win will be able to separate themselves and catapult them possibly as high as inside the top 10. Dustin Franklin, Troy Radford going at it in the point standings as well. So there's a lot of different things going on very early this season, but we are almost a quarter of the way through season number 3 here with the Colonial Clash Racing Series. You're watching the Oot Renovations 100. Let's get rid of those point standings. What do you say we go ahead and throw back up that qualifying speed charts? There you can have it. Chris Medford still top of the speed charts. Quick time is a oh my goodness, is a 22:10 for Medford. Troy Radford right there in that 94 Lucky Finn Project Series Silverado. Very close, just 200ths of a second off of his teammate Cody Giles. Very quick. Doug Wasaki, a big debut here tonight. The 34 slotting inside of the top 5, and the track's still silent. Looks like we're gonna step away, and snatching the pole here will be that 46 of Chris Medford. He'll start from the pole position, and that's gonna be it for us. We're gonna head trackside now for your national anthem, so don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And we head back tracks. Oh my goodness, trackside as drivers begin to make their way to the starting grid. We'll get ready to fire things off here tonight. 20 truck field in the Colonial Clash Racing Series. Things gonna go down hot and heavy action. I can assure you that. Just a handful of trucks left to make their way to their starting positions. And will we see another first-time winner, Jimenez, jumping out of the race control booth onto the track and walking away with a race win just 3 races into his racing debut, the rookie season for Jimenez. And he is showing some strength here so far this season. And as you hear those familiar bells in the background, you know the sounds, you know it's time to run down tonight's The starting lineup in the Uten Renovations 100 right here from Richmond Raceway. Starting inside row number 1, walking away with the poles. The 46 of Chris Medford gonna lay down the fast time in qualifying. His Falcon Motorsports teammate in the Lucky Finn Project Chevy Silverado, the 94 of Troy Radford, starts just to his outside. Cody Giles in the 7 with a fast qualifying effort. He'll start inside row number 2 with the 34 of Douglas Saki just to his outside. Dustin Franklin, Brandon Medford gonna make up row number 3. Back in row number 4 here tonight. Rolling off in that 7th position, the 20 of Spencer Teal. Bryce Bower in the 1 machine will start just to his outside. Brandon Pike in the 62 machine starts 9th, and John G, that fast 41, rounds out your top 10. John Garrett gonna start in 11th with Nathan Estep just to his outside. Back in row number 7, the 65 of James Zoot and the 48 of Brandon Pamitat. Row number 8 here tonight, the 84 of Tyler Rex, followed by the 43 of Kelvin Masur. Juan Jimenez, Thad Failer. Back in row number 9, row 10 here tonight, Mark Perkhurst and Tyler Woodard. Tip of the cap to Anthony Thurber, just down the hall in race control. And drivers get the 1 to go sign this time around by the boss man in the flag stand. We're ready to drop the hammer and go green flag racing here tonight at Richmond Raceway. Ready to fire things off after snatching that pole position at the front of the field. Ready to lead everybody into turn number 1. That 46 of Chris Medford. As drivers head down the back stretch, the music will slowly fade and we will hear these engines come to life. Good buddy Travis Smith down in the iRacing pace car. He's going to duck off to the left-hand side of the screen. Field makes their way to the Geico restart zone and on the gas. Green flag flies for the first time here tonight from Richmond Raceway and the Uten Renovations 100. Pole sitter leads the field down into turn number 1. Chris Medford leading Giles now on the inside. Going to take that 2nd position away from Troy Radford. Side-by-side racing action all the way back through this field. Radford not giving up on the high side. He's going to stay right there, tucked in line. High, wide, and handsome right now is that Lucky Finn Project Silverado, and he's going to give up 2nd. He's going to have a challenge now for 3rd. Timing and scoring now posted to the left-hand side of your screen. Things starting to sort themselves out at the front, so we'll head back a little bit further in the field. Let's check out the battle right here between that Pro Cup Racing Experience number 20 of Spencer Teal battling with Dustin Franklin. The Fort Worth screen printing 47 just off in front of him. Hot and heavy action back behind them. Side by side for multiple positions as your top 3 single file begin to step away. We're going to stay right here with this battle because this is where all the action is. How about that 41 machine involved in a battle trying to make his way by Bryce Bower on the bottom. Bower running well here side by side with Estep and Pike just behind them. It's a big mess out there on the track. Oh, and the 43 goes around. 43 goes around off of turn number 2. Kelvin Massour with some trouble early here tonight. And that's going to bring us to a caution for the first time here from Richmond Raceway. Tell you what, let's go back and check the replay. High above, and it looks like just the 43 self-inflicted wounds. He's going to self-spin. And that Stealth Dangerous 43 Chevy Silverado. And that will bring the field to a crawl for the first time here tonight. Spoolhead back live with your race leader at the front of the field. That 46 of Chris Medford leading all 5 laps so far. And, you know, for a track that's pretty green after a rainstorm coming through, pushing things back, closing down happy hour, pushing things back on the official start time of tonight's race. The track seems to be pretty grippy out there, to be honest. A lot of great racing action, a lot of side-by-side action very early here. And 6 laps. So we're looking at the fuel mileage implications. Thad Failer not involved, didn't have any contact with anything, but the 42 going to come down, top off the fuel tank, and head back out on track. Kevin Masor, he's going to come down, check the tires. Looks like he's only got fuel on board of that 43 as well. So everybody stays on the lead lap. No harm, no foul. We're going to go ahead, re-rack them, restack them, and get ready to go here in just another 2 laps. Large field here tonight for our first short track of the season number 3. A great turnout, a 20 truck field, and your first caution, self-inflicted self-spin, so no contact. That's always a good thing to see here as drivers get a little bit more familiar with their braking points, maybe overcooking the tires a little bit on that corner entry, and just catching it from there, and then getting that long lazy spin off of turn number 2. Van Failer gonna restart back behind the 43 of Mazor, who went around. And here we go, things about to pick up once again. Driver's gonna pull the belt straps tight and get ready to rock and roll off of turn number 4. iRacing pace car ducks off, and we're ready to go back. Green flag racing in the Geico restart zone. Here we are, and away we go. Green flag flies. Well, once again here in the Renovations 100. Giles and Medford side by side, and it is not going to pan out for Medford. He's going to lose that top spot, so a new race leader for the first time here tonight in Girotech. Number 7 machine, Giles going to take that top spot away. Medford going to settle for second. Radford right behind him. We'll ride on board for a moment here with Chris Medford as he tries to run back down your race leader out front. Hot and heavy action back behind. Oh, and we caught the 34. Can he save it? No. We're going to have another caution here. Big time damage. The 43 caught up. Looks like Doug Wasaki was also caught up. The 34. He's going to go ahead and cut ahead straight to pit road. So under caution very quickly here. And we've got some trouble. Doug Wasaki sliding, trying to save it, and carnage trouble ensued. We'll take a look at it once again here. Did he have any help? And maybe a little bit of help out of that Circle B diecast 55 of Nathan Estep. Oh, and the 43, nowhere to go. He comes piling in. 65 of James Hoot. He's going to collect some extracurricular activities as well, and multiple drivers now going to head to pit road early here in Richmond. Saki back underway. One fast repair in the back pockets of these drivers, and I would elect to say fairly easily a handful of those drivers going to be burning up those fast repairs with that pretty decent size crash right there involving 4 to 5 drivers. Going to absolutely play a factor into strategies, whether drivers actually use that fast repair now, or if they just go ahead and try to fix the damage and stay with it here. Aerodynamics, yes, they are key, but if you've got the engine, you can pretty much stay with a pack of 20 you're going to be able to catch a draft and stay with a handful of drivers and put yourself in a decent spot to continue on until later on in the race with a shot in the dark at it. What you don't need to happen, though, we'll take the Wasaki as the example here. He's already had to burn that fast repair very early here, lap number 13 out of the 100 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. So Wasaki, if he finds himself in trouble again, he's going to be on an uphill climb of a very huge mountain for the rest of the night. So there's the kind of the downfall of just going ahead and using that fast repair early. So looks like we do have some drivers electing to try to fix some of their damage. John Garrett in the 66 Fort Worth screen printing Chevy Silverado, he was caught up and involved with that latest accident, and it looks like he's going to keep his fast repair in his back pocket and just try to soldier on for the time being. iRacing pace car lights back off. Cody Giles going to elect to take the high side. He's going to start from the outside lane. Your pole sitter, Chris Smefford, going to start just to his inside. Dustin Franklin and Troy Radford round out row number 2. Coming to take the green flag in the Geico restart zone and on the gas. Green flag flies once again here from Richmond Raceway. Giles gets off to a good jump. Medford going nowhere on that bottom side, and that's going to allow Dustin Franklin to drop down right in front of him. Franklin going to take over that second position and run it just about a half a truck length out in front of Medford by the time they exit turn number 4. Big run now by Medford. He's going to look back to the inside, heading into 1. Top 4 now, single file here at Richmond Raceway in the Renovations 100. Cody Giles snatching the race lead moments ago from Chris Medford. Found a quick caution after that and firing off well here on the restart is Giles. He's going to try to walk away if he can. Doing a good job at it for the time being. And tell you what, let's go back to the Hornets' nest right here with that 83 of Brandon Medford. Brandon Pamitat, the U.S. Air Force 48 Silverado right behind him. How about Spencer Teal and Brandon Pike going at it? Teal on the outside of that Pro Cup Racing Experience number 20 machine, and he's going to grab that spot. Spencer going to move to the 7th position. Pike going to fall back to 8th. John G in the 41 machine right behind him. The Giro Tech 41 inside of the top 10. Nathan Estep trying to get that Circle B diecast machine a little closer to the front of the field. Here comes the 22 and the 77 of Tyler Woodard on the outside lane, and it looks like we've got trouble once again here from Richmond Raceway. I believe the 84 of Tyler Rex may have been involved. I tell you what, let's go back. Let's take a look. And just down the track a little bit, maybe not aware spotter, not getting to Rex's ear quick enough. And the one of Bryce Bower was on the inside. Contact between the two, and Rex goes around. That's going to be our latest caution on the evening, so we'll head back up front. Caution number 3 early here tonight from Richmond. Handful of drivers back down pit road once again. 66 of John Garrett, followed by Calvin Masor. James Oot, Tyler Rex, all coming to pit road this time around. Fixing damage still for that 43 and the 66. The 65 of James Oot caught a little bit of that action back on our second caution of the evening. So he's still trying to fix up his machine quite a bit. Quarter of the way through tonight's race, and we find ourselves under caution for the third time here tonight in the Colonial Clash Racing Series. Race number 4, season number 3, the Oot Renovations. A 100 if you haven't already, race fans. To show these drivers some love and appreciation, let them know you appreciate all the racing action they bring you week in, week out, right here each and every Wednesday night. You know you want to. Go ahead and join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. Show these drivers some love, as we said, and drop them that thumbs up. Click subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you. Each and every time you stop by, whether you're just sliding in to say hey, or you are one of the dedicated fans, friends, or family, we do appreciate each and every one of you. So tell your friends to tell their friends, have their friends and family come hang out with you, and we'll all have a good time here each and every Wednesday night as the Colonial Clash Racing Series fires things off here in season number 3. We're ready to drop the hammer and go back. Green flag racing once again here from Richmond Raceway. The Oot Renovations 100 back underway on the gas. Green flag flies as Giles nails the loud pedal. 47 of Dustin Franklin with the best restart that we've seen on that inside lane, but it's still not going to be enough. He's going to have a challenge from Radford on his outside, and no, he's going to be able to close the door off of turn number 2. Radford going to have to be satisfied with third for the time being. Christopher Medford looking to make a move here on the 43 of Brendan Pamitat. Pamitat hanging tough on the high side, but here comes Chris Medford. He's going to grab the position now. The Zoe's Place 83 Chevy Silverado, piloted by Brandon Medford. He's going to look to make up a position on Pamitat and put himself inside the top 5. Jimenez and John G going at it for a position right here. Final spots inside of your top 10. Tyler Woodard in the 77 right behind him. Check out that 77 iRacing lead calculator, 77 machine down there on the inside. Or I apologize, that's the Woodard Automotive machine. Well, what's wrong with you, Dave? We're checking out Thad Failer back here in that 42 machine. Is the iRacing lead calculator 42 Chevy Silverado. And Woodard right here running well here. Now up 9 spots from where he qualified. So a man moving to the front after starting. Shotgun Sally, tail end of the field. Woodard on his way to the front. Not much to see, not much to say. Up at the front of the field, Cody Giles leading Troy Radford by 0.3 of a second. And Dustin Franklin going backwards. Franklin may have had an issue. Franklin may have had a moment. He's stuck with the high side. Once again now as Brandon Medford and Chris Medford are going to team up on him. Chris able to make his way by and into the third position now under fire from Brandon Medford. Franklin having to protect right here off of turn number 4 to the high side goes Brandon. And now Pamitat starting to close in behind these drivers. Ooh, close battle off of turn number 2. And contact Medford into the 47 of Dustin Franklin, and we've got some big trouble. We've got big trouble here tonight at Richmond Raceway. We're going to see the 4th caution flag fly here, and we watched it right before our eyes. We watched it all go down. I tell you what, let's go back, take one more look at it. And there you can see Dustin Franklin already sideways. The 48 going to catch a hard piece of that one. 55 of Nathan Eastep also caught up and involved in this one. We'll go back, take one more look here. Brandon Pamitat, hard, heavy action for that 48 machine. Trying to make his way through, and there's the contact and more contact, and oh boy, big hit. Oh my gosh. Whew. A lot of carnage and chaos early here tonight. Douglas Saki sliding in, trying to keep that 34 out of contact. He's already had to use a fast repair here tonight in that 34 machine, so it's very fortunate that that 34 was able to keep himself away from any and all contact. Cody Giles going to continue to lead, and now drivers with some big-time decisions on their hands. Spencer Teal, Thad Failer, Juan Jimenez, Brandon Pike, Tyler Rex, Kelvin Masur. How about John Garrett, Brandon Pamatat, all to pit road, all trying to fix some damage and massage those fenders back into place. Trackside here at Richmond Raceway, race number 4 here in season number 3 for the Colonial Clash Racing Series. 4th caution of the night. Naut Renovations 100 drivers finding the first short track on the schedule. A little bit tough for them. We had an early rain shower come through, wash all the rubber off, and drivers dealing with a little bit of a green racetrack, so we wonder if that's going to be, if that has anything to do with some of the struggles we're seeing out there. Drivers only getting about half of the practice time before having to just jump right in and go qualifying. We're not qualifying anymore. We're back to the Geico restart zone, and on the gas, green flag flies as on the loud pedal goes Giles. He's going to try to walk away from Radford on the bottom. Radford with a great start as well. He'll pull side by side through the center of 1 and 2. This is the first time we've seen a drag race on the restart. Back to turn number 3. Oh my goodness. Giles covering off a late dive to the inside by Radford, and that's going to put Radford now 3 wide with Chris Medford down at the bottom. Dustin Franklin in the middle. He's going to back out of the Falcon Motorsports sandwich, and now Radford looking to secure that second position. Chris Medford right there running in 3rd. Dustin Franklin going to fall back to 4th. Tyler Woodard trying to close in on a top 10. The 77 right there knocking on the door of that Circle B diecast. 55's Chevy Silverado just off in front of him. There you can see E-Step almost into that outside wall is that 77 of Woodard. And I tell you what, while we've got some great action on track, why don't we go take a look off of the tail end here. Looking at that Zoe's Place 83 of Brandon Medford. It has looked, it's seen some better days. The front end of that 83 machine. Contact with another driver earlier here tonight, and Brandon Medford, you can see what his strategy is, and that's just kind of ride with the damage as long as you can and just trying to get everything you can throughout the race here tonight. We'll check in with another onboard camera shot back here with last week's race winner Juan Jimenez, carrying a handful of onboard camera shots for us here tonight. Jimenez running outside of your top 10, sitting in 12th. For Toyota onboard camera here with Juan Jimenez, and we've got a caution. Caution on the track once again. Field going to come to a crawl. Trying to get a word from race control over there, and it looks like the 42 iRacing lead calculator 42 machine with some trouble. That failure goes around. Contact, the 48 gonna make contact. Brandon Pamatat contact with the 42, and that's gonna almost put the 42 around for a complete 360. He was able to keep the trunk from spinning all the way around. But another caution here tonight puts us back to a crawl, and we'll head back on board here with your race leader, Cody Giles. He's going to show the way. And as we find ourselves under the caution for the 5th time here tonight, we're going to break for a brief sponsor commercial, pay a few bills. You know how that goes, so don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
And we'll jump back live trackside as the field already back under the green flag. Cody Giles, Nathan E-Step, and John G all electing to stay out under our latest caution, the 5th caution of the night. They're going to stay out and try to run this thing with just a one stop from here on out. Rest of the field still going to have to make one stop to make it to the end. But Cody Giles with those older tires in control. And oh, we've got another caution. Trouble on the track once again here on lap number 45. We're not seeing anything out there. And it looks like we're hearing debris caution. Debris on the track, gonna bring the field back to a crawl. 6th caution of the evening now here tonight in the Colonial Clash Racing Series. Oot Renovations 100 from Richmond International. Well, actually, it's not International Raceway, is it anymore? It's just now just Richmond Raceway, I do believe. Almost at the halfway point here tonight. We've had a handful of drivers with trouble. A handful of drivers able to keep their machines clean. At the halfway point, a handful of drivers looking very strong. The 22 of Juan Jimenez, he's up 10 positions. Slowly but surely making his way up through the field just as he did last week. To snatch the checkered flag, will Jimenez be able to make his way back through the field once again here tonight? Your pole sitter, Christopher Medford, with trouble. He's dropped 7 positions here tonight, back to 8th now. Nathan Estep, he's going to start on the outside of the front row. When we drop the hammer once again, the Circle B diecast Chevy Silverado. There you can see him right there, right behind Cody Giles, sitting in that 2nd position. So a great gain for him here tonight. He's up 10 spots. John Garrett up 8 positions right behind him. There you can see that Fort Worth screen printing Chevy Silverado. John G in the Eurotech 41 right beside him for your restart on row 2. Brandon Pike, Troy Radford back in row 3. Jimenez and Medford making up row 4, rounding out your top 10 will be Dustin Franklin and Tyler Rex. Trucks double file as we get ready to fire things off. Once again here from Richmond Raceway, boss man in the flag stand going to be getting ready to drop the hammer. When these drivers hit the gas, Cody Giles, your control car, Travis Smith and the iRacing pace car going to duck off this time around, and we'll see the flags crossed at the start-finish line. Let's go back. Green flag racing here from Richmond. Green flag flies as we take lap number 50. Nathan Estep on the bottom with a great launch, and he's going to challenge for that race lead, and he's going to grab the top spot. Nathan Estep, he's going to grab the top spot. Great run, and no, firing back around the outside down the backstretch and back to the race lead. Cody Giles going to take that spot back. Oh my goodness. John G, John Garrett going at it still side by side here in row number 2. Troy Radford, nowhere to go right now for Radford. A little bit of a log jam in front of him. And that's where things will get a little bit interesting. Driver's going to begin to stack up a little bit as we head high above the track with one of the turn 3 drone cams. Get you a little bit above the action here tonight as drivers make their way through turns 1 and 2. Big move by Medford to drop to the bottom. Chris Medford going to close the door on Jimenez. Ooh, and look at that run down into the corner by Brandon Pike. He's going to make contact with Troy Radford. Radford around into the outside wall. Rest of the field makes their way by, and well, there's no real explanation or need for a replay on that one. We've seen it happen right before our eyes. Down deep into the corner goes the 62. Slight contact with the left rear quarter of the 94, and the Lucky Finn Project Silverado spins around. Gonna be our 7th caution of the evening here tonight for the Colonial Clash Racing Series Renovations 100. And it looks like the contact here is just slight contact, and drivers just not able to keep the trucks underneath them. Struggling for grip out there tonight, a handful of drivers, so we'll jump back live at the front with your race leader. Giles grabbed the race lead very early here tonight in the Martin Sports. Number 7, Dark Horse Motorsports Fort Worth screen printing Eurotech number 7 machine. Very quick here tonight. Even all the old tires, he's been able to keep the field behind him. And he's going to have another shot to prove his worth here in just a handful of moments. And with the restarts getting better and better for the inside lane, you wonder if that's going to play into the decision-making process right here for that 7 truck. Will he take it from the top down to the bottom for this latest restart? He has been on the high side for each and every restart. We'll have to see and wait until this next time around. It looks like Race Control going to add one more pace lap here tonight, so we'll get the one to go next time around. Giles going to lead Estep, Garrett, Medford, Pike, Jimenez, Franklin, Parkhurst, Bower, Masur all round out. Your top 10. A list of drivers with trouble here tonight. A little bit too long to keep track of. There has been a ton of contact here tonight at the first short track race of season number 3. And will this first short track race bring some heated battles later on in the season? So could we see some frustrations out of a handful of drivers later on in the season, and it all stemming from tonight's race here at Richmond? We know drivers are known, not saying these guys, I'm just saying race car drivers known to kind of put things in their back pocket and pull out well, you remember when you did a little bit later on. We'll have to see if any of these events here tonight end up showing up a little bit later throughout the season. That's the way we'll say it. That's the way we'll have it. And we'll get ready to go back. Green flag racing already in the Geico restart zone, and on the gas late. Green flag flies as Giles grabs gear and gets going. The 7 machine going to lead them down into turn number 1. Nathan Estep right there. Everybody trying to keep those fast tires behind him. The fresh tires behind this field. Top 2 have yet to hit pit road, and here comes Chris Medford, your pole sitter. He's going to jump to the high side, and he's going to look to take second away from Estep. Medford with the fresh tires, and he's going to have that second spot by the time they get to 1. Caution on the track once again here from Richmond Raceway. We're trying to look, and we're looking over at the producers. They're not seeing any trouble out there on the track, so it looks like another debris caution here tonight. Gonna bring the field to a crawl under the 8th caution of the evening here tonight in the Oot Renovations 100. So with 60 laps in, 40 to go, we're going to break for a short commercial break, as being forced to pit road now is Giles and Estep. So they'll finally bring their machines to the attention and service of their crew. They should more than well be able to make it to the end of tonight's race. So with pit stops underway, we're going to step away. We'll be right back. You won't miss any of the action. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be back from Richmond Raceway here with the Colonial Clash Racing Series.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Impact trackside just as the field goes live down into turn number 1. Good run by Garrett at the bottom. He's going to give Chris Medford all he can handle on corner exit. A big arc down into the corner right across the front end of that 66 machine. Garrett going to have to settle for second. He's going to be under fire now from Brandon Pike. Juan Jimenez, last week's race winner. Here he comes. Jimenez making his way to the front. On the bottom, the only Toyota Tundra in the field. And can the NTR Toyota Tundra make his way up to the top spot? So sneaky and quiet, just methodically making his way through the field here tonight. We've got more trouble on the track, and we've got drivers up and around, drivers on their lid. Oh my gosh. Brandon Medford gonna go on his lid here, and we're gonna take a look back at this latest caution because there is a ton of carnage out there on the track. We're gonna see if we can get that one queued up, waiting for the heads up, or the thumbs up I should say, the nod of the head over there. And there it is. Let's go for it, and let's go check out, see what happens. Looks like Giles has some trouble. Here goes the 83. He's going to go up and around. That's going to cause some of the carnage and chaos. There's Doug Wasaki. He's caught up and involved in this one. Let's go see what happened here with Giles. Oh, and Cody Giles punted and on his lid from leading the race to upside down. That ain't ever good. So we'll head back to the front with your race leader, Chris Medford, your pole sitter here tonight. A little bit of a struggle for Medford. He found himself giving up the top spot and being marred back in the dirty air, back in the traffic for quite some time. We're going to close in on just under 30 laps to go when we go back. Green flag racing. Big trouble here for a handful of drivers. But what this does, this allows that fuel strategy to change. We had drivers at the front of the field that continued to stay out lap after lap. One of them coming to mind, that 55 of Nathan Estep. He finds himself mired back in heavy traffic now. Estep going to start in that 14th position. Cody Giles led a handful of laps, was upside down on his lid. Now he is on pit road. 65 of James Ood. He looks to be on pit road for quite an extended stay as well. So now two heavily damaged machines here in the Oot Renovations 100 late in the going. Cody Giles going to drop the jack and head off of pit road, trying to keep himself from falling too many laps down to your race leader. Will we see a run to the end, or will we see a handful of cautions coming to the conclusion of tonight's Oot Renovations 100 for the Colonial Clash Racing Series right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network? Man, sitting in second, John Garrett with a good run at Pocono. Pit Road was kind of the downfall for Garrett's crew there at Pocono Raceway this past race weekend. Showing a lot of speed out there, Garrett, so if you have a chance to watch things back here a little bit later on throughout the week, or maybe tomorrow, or maybe tonight, congratulations on a good run from the driver's standpoint. You had things going very well. Unfortunately, a slow pit stop kind of put you behind the 8-ball, but again, man, keep digging, keep your head down, and it's coming. It's coming. I don't want to sound like Phil Collins, but I can feel it. Boss man gives them the one to go. Travis Smith gonna cut off those emergency lights and will get ready to fire things off. Once again, here tonight from Richmond Raceway, your front row, Garrett in Medford, Franklin in Pike. Back in row number 2, row number 3 for the restart, Boer and Parkhurst. Teal and John G. back in row number 4. Pace car down and away. Here we roll to the restart zone, and away we go. Green flag flies once again here from Richmond Raceway. Drivers going to begin their run to the checkered flag. Everybody side by side still. We'll get the timing and scoring back up to the left-hand side of your screen. Down to just a little over 25 laps remaining here tonight. John Garrett with a good run on the bottom of the racetrack, but it looks like Medford going to be able to keep the momentum on the high side. And here comes Dustin Franklin. That 47 had been inside the top 5 for a good portion of tonight's race. Found himself back in traffic for a good portion through the middle portion of tonight's race. And he's going to grab that spot away from John Garrett, who slides back to third. But we're now looking to the inside of Garrett. Not quite going to have enough to get there. Big wiggles out of that one machine. The 62 of Brandon Pike going to have to go to the high side. Door going to open up on the bottom. Here comes Mark Pamitat. Pamitat looking for some more in that 23 machine. Spencer Teal just to his outside in the Pro Cup Racing Experience 20 trucks. Teal we're going to have a solid night, knocking on the door of a top 5. Bradford, after trouble, now back inside of the top 10. Juan Jimenez rejoins the top 10, as well as the 41 of John G., who's going at it side by side with the 42. 42 going to take that position away, slot single file for a moment, as we've got big racing action from third all the way back to 16. Look at this big knot of cars. It all starts right with that one of Bryce Bower running in the third position. Will go up here. Well, I don't want to call it a moving roadblock, but look at those top 2. They're starting to distance themselves. The biggest race lead we've seen all night long here tonight. Chris Medford going to enjoy a 1-second advantage over Dustin Franklin, who builds his gap. He's looking at a 1-second advantage over Garrett and Bower. But we're going to lose that third position now as Garrett drops down to the bottom of the racetrack. 62 of Brandon Pike looking to put his Ford F-150 a little bit further through the field. He's going to drop to the inside, and he's going to follow Garrett through. 23 of Parkhurst looking to do the same. Will stay side by side for 4. side by side, fourth on back. We've got drivers mixing it up. Bower and Parkhurst going at it. Radford, Failer, Jimenez, E-Step, Spencer Teal right here in this battle. There you can see that circle beat Diecast 55. Struggling a little bit, a little tail happy here as they head back down into turn number 1. E-Step will round out your top 10. 43 of Kelvin Masor. Having some early troubles here tonight, but now the 43 looking to gain some positions. Jimenez, last week's race winner, kind of stuck in traffic right now on the high side. Looks like the morning traffic rush on I-85 here, the local interstate, as we go 3 wide now out of 2, and that's not going to work. The one going to hit the wall hard, come back up the track, and he's going to clip the 48 of Pamatad. He's also going to clip, I believe that may have been Tyler Rex caught up involved in this one as well. So big trouble now. Late in the race, under 20 laps to go. What do you do? Where do you go from here? We're going to go back, take a look at this. Let's see what happened. Let's see how it went down for that one machine. 3 wide. E-Step on the bottom, and they're just going to run out of room. They're just going to run out of room right there, plain and simple. Tell you what, we'll see if we've got an overhead drone cam view of this one. We'll take one more look, and there it is. Yeah, just running out of room on corner exit. Drivers making contact with each other, and unfortunately, the one's going to pay the price. 22 of Juan Jimenez. He's going to catch a piece of this one as well. So late race troubles for a handful of drivers, and we'll go under caution for the 10th time here tonight in the Renovations 100. At the front of the field, riding on board. Gonna take a look. Do we have the camera? Do we have that one tonight? Yeah, no, yeah. Do we have it? There we go. Looks like producers finally get the right button, and there you go. Take a look at the man in his office putting in work. Your pole sitter here tonight inside of that 46 machine. Chris Metford gonna look to finish off tonight's race right where he started it from, and that's the front of the field in the top spot. We're going to have less than 15 to go when we drop the green flag. Once again, drivers going to make their way across the stripe, and we'll see 14 laps left next time around. Tell you what, race fans, let's jump back outside of the car. A short track shootout under the lights here at Richmond Raceway to decide who's going to walk away with the checkered flag in tonight's Renovations 100. Hot and heavy action, I can assure you that, and I don't think we've seen that final caution just yet. Back on the gas, and green flag flies with 14 to go. Medford gonna fire off on the high side. He's gonna secure that top spot. Here comes Nathan E-Step with a big run to the top side. He's gonna go side by side with the 23 of Mark Parkhurst. Here comes Troy Radford back in it. Oh, and Medford almost around. What a save, but that's gonna open up the door. The 23 says, thank you, coming through. Don't mind if I do. He's going to go straight to the top of the charts, and he's going to walk away with the race lead now. Battling for second is Medford in E-Step. Ooh, that Failer almost contact with Radford out of turn number 2. They'll pile into turn 3 here. Very close racing action. Second, third, fourth, fifth, all the way back through 12. Side by side, battling for positions. John Garrett going to pick up a spot or two after the restart. He's looking to make his way back up through the field. Tyler Woodard goes by Spencer Teal. We've got more trouble on the backstretch. Big trouble now as caution flag flies. For the 11th time here tonight, the 47 of Dustin Franklin caught up and involved in this latest on-track incident. So I tell you what, let's go back and we've got some frustrations playing out on the track. Big trouble here now as the 46 goes around. And looks like a conversation being had out there inside of these machines. The 46 and the 55 agree to disagree over something here tonight. But nonetheless, we're under caution for the 11th time. So let's go back. Let's take a look. Let's see what happened with that 47. Oh, and it looks like really just going around by himself, going around all on his own. Trying to keep enough room to his high side of the 47, going to inflict some self-inflicted wounds. Tough break here as we continue to close in on the final few laps. Just 10 laps remain. We'll have less than 8 to go when we drop the green flag for the restart. Who you got out there in TV Land, race fans? Let's hear it out there in the chat. Who do you think is going to walk away with the race win? I think we're going to see somebody from that row number 2. I believe we may see a first-time winner. We may see the iRacing League Calculator 42 machine of Thad Failer shock the world here tonight. He's going to restart outside row number 2 in the 4th position. We've seen that outside lane really get going on restarts, and I think that's the catbird seat. I think if those two drivers in the front row get to battling with each other, that's going to slow down Troy Radford, and on the outside ready to pick up the pieces will be the 42. Pace car lights are off. 7 laps remaining when we go back green flag racing this time around. Will Mark Parkhurst be able to snatch the checkered flag away from Chris Medford, or will your pole sitter be able to walk away with yet a second victory so far this season? There goes the pace car. Here we go. Green flag flies once again here from Richmond Raceway. On the high side is Parkhurst, not going to get going well enough, and now Radford going to pull even with him for second. It's going to be a battle from second on back as Medford able to clear. Parkhurst now giving it his all on the high side, going to pull even with Radford down on the bottom of the racetrack. Radford hugging that yellow line. He's going to drift up just a little bit and look to take second away. 6 laps now remain here from Richmond. 2 and 3 wide, a little further in the field. Let's get back here. We've got hot and heavy action. The 1, the 48, the 41 side by side, and the 1 goes around. Oh, and coming in late, Doug Wasaki gonna clean up aisle 4. Trouble here tonight. And on pit road, a handful of drivers. Let's go high above the track. Once again, there's the contact. The 1 gonna come across, clip the 48's nose, come across John G's nose and into the outside wall. That's gonna force the 48 of Brandon Pamitat down into the inside wall. So a handful of drivers, late race trouble. And we may have seen our first few retirements of the night. James Hoot is out of tonight's race in that 65 machine. For all intents and purposes, yes, indeed, it looks like Bryce Bower, they were looking at it for a moment, and they're going to shake their heads and begin to push that one behind pit wall as well. Doug Wasaki caught up and involved with some heavy damage. Will that be enough to end his night here tonight? The 70 of Cody Giles still out there on the track, but multiple laps down at this point in time after leading a handful of laps. And actually, Giles grabbing the lucky dog. There's still a chance. There's still a shot, although it may be slim. Yeah, you never know what may happen here under the light short track Saturday night style racing here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And I don't think this is going to be an official green-white checker just yet. So hold on to your hat, Susan. It's about to get busy. You know, I hear you out there. Yeah, it's been a little bit of a wild one here tonight. A lot of close racing action, a lot of contact, and a lot of trouble for a lot of drivers. That's for sure. It's probably going to be easier to talk or work our way through the lineup with drivers that haven't had some sort of contact and trouble here tonight than it would be to mention all the drivers with some damage. I mean, look at that 94 machine. His left side, all torn up. Will it come into factor? Will it come into play? We'll have to wait to see, and we should receive the one to go this time by. And no, we're going to go around one more lap, so this indeed will be our first official green-white checkered here at Richmond Raceway. Caution number 12 here tonight. Just a handful of different race leaders. It has been all about track position, getting yourself up front and keeping yourself there. Very rough to make your way back up through the field after falling. I would say outside of the top 5, really. It's been really a struggle for drivers to make their way from outside of the top 5 back inside of the top 5. But, well, what do you do? I mean, what do you do? Do you just send it? Do you try to finish it out with at least a good, solid top 5? The only previous race winner inside of your top 5, Christopher Medford. He's only going to be the first of 2 previous race winners inside of your top 10. Brandon Medford way back in the 10th position for this restart. So, what do you do if you're Radford? Yes, Medford is your teammate. You're going to start to his outside. Do you work some team strategy here? Maybe hold up that outside line and really just make it a race between your teammate and that 23. I don't know how it's going to happen, but it's about to go down right here at Richmond Raceway off of turn number 4 in the restart zone, and on the gas. Green flag flies as Radford goes to the top of the speedway. Medford way down to the bottom. Here comes the 23 of Parkhurst. He's trying to make his way around the 43 on the outside. Lesueur with a good run. He's going to look for a way deep into the corner. And we've got a caution. Caution on the track. Dustin Franklin and John G get tied up in this latest incident. And that's going to bring us to a crawl once again. So while we've got ourselves a quick caution, what do you say we take a quick sponsor commercial break? Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back with the conclusion of tonight's Oot Renovations 100.
We got big time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're going to lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage.
is toast. You'll need to tow back to pit lane, press and hold your reset button, and we'll come and get you.
Back trackside for our second green-white checkered attempt here in the Oot Renovations 100 from Richmond International Raceway. Trouble for a handful of drivers. James Oot, Bryce Bonner out of tonight's race. Doug Wasaki and John G both on to pit road. Wasaki with a long extended stay in that 34 machine. Looks like he's going to finish back in that 18th position. Falcon Motorsports teammates going to start first and second on the front row here. iRacing pace car lights are off. We're ready to go back. Green flag racing. You could see the 43 machine. Kelvin Massor with some heavy damage on the front end of his truck. So it's going to be hard pressed for that stealth dangerous 43 machine to make a big run at it here. But how about that 77 of Tyler Woodard? The Woodard Automotive 77 with a good run so far here tonight. Up 15 positions from where he qualified. Tail end of the field here. Started back around that 15th, back around that 20th position. Gonna restart inside the top 5 and on the gas. Green flag flies once again here at Richmond. Field all chasing Christopher Medford down into turn 1, and we've got drivers all over the place back in the back. Troy Radford all alone on the high side. He's gonna have a good run at it on the top of the track. Looking to take that position away. Will come across the line this time round. White flag in the hand. Will he see it wave 3 wide back behind him with Woodard, and white flag flies. Final lap here tonight in the Oot Renovations 100. We stay green flag racing here. Side by side action between the teammates off of turn 4. And oh my gosh, John Garrett hard into the outside wall. Trouble back behind. Christopher Medford, he's going to blow a right side tire, and it looks like almost give up that second position as Radford takes the checkered flag. Christopher Medford going to walk away with second, and Mark Parkhurst will round out your podium drivers in the field here tonight. Big run by all of those drivers late in the race. What a crazy finish. What a crazy run here tonight from Richmond Raceway, the first short track. Filled with action. Will we see elbows and fisticuffs fly next time we hit the track? A little bit of retribution possibly in order from a handful of drivers. We'll see how it all plays out, but for the time being, the man on the front stretch going to give the fans in the stands a smoke show, celebrate tonight's race win, and we're going to step away, get things ready to go for your post-race interview, so don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. back trackside at the conclusion of tonight's Oot Renovations 100 from Richmond Raceway. What a night, what a crazy, wild one indeed. Here tonight from the racetrack, first short track of the season. A little bit of a rough go out there for a handful of drivers, but I tell you what, let's see if we can't grab and have a few words with one of our podium drivers here tonight. Let's see if we can talk with our third place finisher inside of the 23 machine, Mark Parkhurst. It's Dave of the booth. You got us?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Hey, man, how you doing? How you feeling after walking away with a solid podium after a little bit of a wild one here tonight under the lights at Richmond?
Not gonna lie, I'm pretty disappointed. About lap 90 or so, I was checking out from the field, and then they all got together and started wrecking. I feel like I would have had that no problem had we not had those cautions towards the end.
Yeah, a little bit of a rough go there towards the end of the race. So we had a pretty decent run there towards the middle of the race. Were tires ever a factor here tonight?
Kind of. They helped you get up through the field, but I mean, towards the end there, myself and Chris Mefford were on the oldest tires in the field, and we were holding off the field just fine. So I think track position mattered more than tires, but tires certainly did play a factor.
Well, Mark, a solid third place finish for you here tonight. You came into tonight's race sitting fourth in the overall point standings. This should do you a little bit of justice, trying to make up a little bit of ground on those front runners. But how are you feeling looking forward to these next few weeks?
I'm excited. I know I'm pretty sure Darlington's next week, and I loved Darlington last time I was there in the trucks. I got a dominating win, so I'm really looking forward to it.
All right. Well, we won't keep you much longer, Mark. Again, congratulations on a great run here tonight. Before we let you go, you want to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
Yeah, I got to shout out all my teammates over at 1776 Motorsports. We had a small dispute last week, but that got overcame, and we're doing great this week. I had some good hard battles with some of them. I do got to apologize to Thad Failer, however. I kind of chopped him on that last lap a little bit, trying to get a run off of two, and I think that's what triggered a last lap wreck. So I do apologize for that.
All right. Well, Mark, if that's all you got, we're going to go ahead and let you go, and we'll see if we can't catch up with you here in these next few weeks.
All right, thank you.
All right, there you have it. Final few parting words with the driver walking away third at a Enfield, New Hampshire. Mark Parkhurst walks away in third. That's going to move us right along the list, right along the running order to the man that walked away with the pole position here tonight. Let's see if we got him. We got a thumbs up on it. Okay, so let's see if we can't go to your pole sitter here tonight. Gonna walk away with another podium. Gonna walk away with second, Christopher Medford. It's Dave of the booth. You got us?
Absolutely.
Man, I know second kind of, well, let's just be honest, second kind of sucks sometimes, but when it's to your teammate and after a pole position already, does it make it any easier?
I mean, yes and no. On one of those final restarts, I just got absolutely plowed going into three, and it really killed my tires. And then by the same guy under caution actually spun me under caution, so that even killed my tires even more. So, like I was just talking to Troy, I said if I didn't happen, it'd been very close, but I think he had maybe 30 lap newer tires, and I mean we didn't race very many green flag laps tonight.
So walking away here tonight in second, you were second in the point standings. You're gonna have a little bit better go at it than what your brother did here tonight. He's gonna finish back in 10th. So with the pole position and the race finish here tonight, it looks like you're gonna take over the overall points lead when we head into next week's race. How are you feeling? Looking forward to that one?
Just take it one race at a time. I felt pretty good tonight. I mean, I like racing some short tracks. I feel like it's one of my stronger suits. But no, just any guy out here can win on any given night. Tonight was just one of those little bad nights from everybody. Just being a short track, it tends to happen. No lead's a safe lead. I showed time and time again. It's just one of those things. I'm not sure where we're at next week. I know everybody's gonna have a chance to win next week and every week, so it's gonna be a tough battle.
Well, we hear your phone going off over there, so we know you got a lot of media things to handle here coming up. So, Chris, we do appreciate the time here in the post-race interviews. Before we let you go, you want to give any shout-out, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
Yeah, thank you, Dave, for the broadcast, man. Yeah, we all always enjoy it. Thanks for all the admins of the league and all the sponsors. Without them, we wouldn't be running. Shout out for Troy for a good one. Parker's for a good run. If that caution had come out, I think he had that race won. So he had a heck of a run, heck of a night. Um, and kind of like Brandon's talked before, we're having a charity race for Zoe's Place and Ellie's Place. Please get with Brandon Mefford, Tyler Hilton, or Douglas Sockeyford, and they'll be able to get you guys all taken care of.
All right. Well, Chris, again, congratulations on another podium. Congratulations on taking over the overall points lead. And we'll see if we can't talk to you here in these next few weeks.
Sounds good. Have a good one, Dave.
All right. There you have it. Christopher Medford, your pole sitter. Going to walk away with second here tonight, and he's going to take control of the overall points championship heading out of the race here tonight. And that's going to move us right into victory lane. I tell you what, let's go see if we can have a few words with the man inside of his Lucky Finn project number 94, Troy Radford. It's Dave. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good, Dave. How are you doing, man?
Pretty good. A little bit of a crazy night out there for you and that 94 crew. At one point in time, you had a quite a bit of damage sustained. How were you able to manage not only the race, the chaos, but also the nerves, the tempers?
Honestly, I had a pretty good temper myself there. I was hot about midway through that race. So, just kind of settling back down. And, as I told the guys in the radio, I said, this does not account for a win due to any talent or anything like that. This is just sheer luck. Unfortunately, I got involved in I got hit about every which way for the first half of this race. And then, fortunately was just in the right spots to miss the ones after that.
Well, fortunate enough to miss a handful and fortunate enough to be there at the end of tonight's race. Walk us through that final restart.
It was a good one. The restart before that, I kind of felt like either way I had the advantage just because, on the low side, I had better tires than Chris. So on the low side, I felt like I was really going to be able to drive off. And he decided the last second to give me the high side, which the high side had a lot better drive off with new tires. So I kind of feel like that was a bit of a mistake on Chris's part, but I'll take it. So I was able to get the lead on the restart right before the last caution, and then just kind of controlled it. I know Chris is going to race me clean, so it's just trying to not get rear-ended from behind, especially with my brake bias. I was having to back it up pretty easy, back it up a lot because if I hit the brakes too hard, I was going to spin out. So really trying to roll the high side and get that good drive off, and that was pretty much what she wrote.
Well, it was the key, and it was essential to walk away with the checkered flag here. Your first race win of the season. That's going to put you in company with your fellow Falcon Motorsports teammates. So now that all three of you guys have a race win, what are you guys going to do now? Is it a race to see who grabs that next win?
Exactly. So we're just shooting for the championship and hoping to make it all out. And I think it's a win in your end, so we should all be towards the chase. So yeah, just pretty much racking up as many wins as we can, and doing everything right, trying to that's the main thing. It's a new league for us, trying to stay out of it and not get into the scrum with people and build bad relationships. So a lot of good guys in here, so just try to stay clean.
Absolutely. Well, Troy, congratulations on the first race win of the season. We hope it's the first of many more to come. We look forward to catching up with you in these next few weeks. So before we let you go, we'll hand you the mic, and it's all yours.
So, of course, just a big shout out, of course, Lucky Finn Project, the main sponsor, as well as Evidence Based Mommy, Turn 3 Racing Network. Always glad to have Dave up in the booth, and all the guys over at Falcon. So, thank you to everybody out there with Colonial Clash who does what they do, and it's what makes it happen.
All right. Well, Troy, again, congratulations. Enjoy the celebrations, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Thank you.
All right, there you have it. Final few words from your race winner. Checkered flag in hand. He's going to conquer and control the chaos. The Lucky Finn Project number 94 of Troy Radford walks away with win number 1. And he's going to set himself in the winner's column right alongside of his Falcon Motorsports teammates here tonight from Richmond Raceway. What a run, what a night. And already, producers hitting the button so you know the sounds, you know it's time to run down tonight's unofficial race results in the Oot Renovations 100, walking away with the checkered flag in hand, the 94 of Troy Radford. Pole sitter Chris Medford kind of finished back in second with the 23 of Mark Parkhurst, rounding out your podium here tonight. Tyler Woodard right there in fourth. John Garrett rounds out your top 5. 55 of Nathan Eastup going to finish in 6th with Cody Giles back in 7th. Juan Jimenez going to park that 22 back in the 8th position. Tyler Ricks in 9th. Brandon Medford going to finish in 10th. 48 of Brandon Pamitat going to walk away with 11th with Brandon Pike back in 12th. Calvin Massour going to walk away 13th. Dustin Franklin brings home the 47 back in 14th position, rounding out and finishing your top 15, the 42 of Thad Failer. John G going to finish tonight in 16th. Spencer Teal back in 17th. Doug Wasaki walks away from the track in his debut in 18th. 19th tonight from Richmond Raceway belongs to Bruce Bower, and James Oot rounds out your 20 trunk field. Big tip of the cap to race control and admin just across the hall. Anthony Thurber doing the dirty job, keeping everybody straight, everybody in their lanes. Thankless job, but somebody's got to do it, so we do salute you over there, Anthony, and we'll send some pizza and beverages your way here shortly, and that's going to be it for us. We're going to wrap things up and begin to roll up the cords here tonight after another hot one. Will we see short tempers flare as repercussions may come from the first short track of season number 3? The Oot Renovations 100 was a hot and heavy one. Troy Radford took the top spot, so go ahead. You know you want to. If you haven't already, join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. Show these drivers some love and drop that thumbs up. Click subscribe. Smash the bell over there on the right-hand side to get notified anytime we go live. And with that being said, stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and until next time, we'll meet you in turn 3.